Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's presentation of the Featherlite Sportsman series. I'm your current Dale Jr. Fan 62, not Jail Jr. Fan 62. That's not a real person. We're here at Bristol as Crispy Fried Racer gets us ready to go. He leads us to the line. We are racing in the Featherlite Sportsman series at Bristol. Cars roaring into the high banked first set of turns here, as this bowl has taken upon this horsepower. And there's already a wreck at the back of the pack. 73's gone around. 64 goes around. 80 almost gets into the 60. Sorry, I'm referring to everybody by their numbers. I'm just kind of calling it as I see it. As the 30 has also gone around. And the caution is already out. We don't even make a clean lap. Drivers involved included Hughes Moves. He is in the number 64. Also included, as we look here, that's I believe that's John Felber in the 73. Oh yeah, and the 80 just moves straight down. Felber goes into the inside wall. The 30 was also involved. I'm trying to see who he is on my scoring. For some reason, I cannot find the 30 on my score. That is Dog, actually. He took a pretty hard hit to the inside wall. But anyway, we are under caution. Chris is still in the lead, but the number 3, that's Snap Old Toyota Camry of Adam Mitchell, who's rookie, has moved into second. Well, Chris leads him back to the line. Let's try to make a green flag lap here. Green flag goes in the air. We're racing again at Bristol. Now the field isn't too wide through its entirety. We should have a bit of a clean going at it here. And we've made a clean lap. First time this race. But we have a long way to go. This is a 75 lap race, but it should be over quickly for its length. Field spreads out. That's currently running. Taking the move for second, that is the 61, driven by, stand by just a second, Vortex Chaos. He's taking that position. And there's a 25, that Nintendo car going into the bottom, driven by D-Rack. Oh, and the 3 gets pushed up a little high. Sorry if I sound a little uninterested. I'm kind of coming into this prime. Try my best. Anyway, lots of side-by-side battles here. There's Nitro making it 3 wide on the bottom in that Dr. Pepper car. We'll be seeing a lot of that tonight. There's Ben Pye running behind them. Lots of comers and goers this race. That's kind of how it works at Bristol. You go up, and then you lose some positions, and you come back. It's kind of a cycle. Oh, it's a big check up there. That's the 46. I think that might be. Hold on, I gotta get you the number here. That was 79 YT. Way checked up. Caution did not come in, as there was no accident, but still definitely messed up the field. With a track this small, and with a wreck fairly early on, you're going to catch lappers like you are now. Currently, Crispy Fried Racer, and I think that's Vortex Chaos. Yes, it is. Currently side by side now for the lead. Let's see what Hughes Moves does right up in front of them. They're side by side. They come to the line dead even. And that's going to allow D-Rack to get to them. Side by side again. There is no real dominant lane here at Bristol, as long as you're not running the middle. You can run the middle here, but you gotta work it pretty well, as Chris has hopefully showed us, by moving a little bit too far out of the bottom lane and a little too low from the middle. He drops back, and that allows Vortex to get to the lead. Little smoke on the track. There may have been an accident. Matthew's still getting a pretty big lead here, for Bristol at least. It's only about 4/10 of a second, which wouldn't be all that big on another track. But this is Bristol, it's a very small track. Dirac has now moved into position. He's going to try and take second away from Chris when he can. Chris, one of the only majorly successful European drivers in this league. Chris, of course, hailing from the United Kingdom. Currently, we're approaching the third of the waypoint. Like I said, this race is going to go by real fast for its length. Coming the line. We are now on lap 22. We've completed 21 laps. We're making some major headway here. And the lead is now almost a second. But now that lead is going to be cut down a whole lot as the 46 and the 64 battle with the reverse numbers here. Really going to hold up a leader. And they do. Chris has majorly closed that gap. And Hughes moves. He doesn't have a whole lot of extra damage. He's definitely got some engine issues. They don't. If the lappers don't get out of the way, like we hope Hughes will, it's gonna make life really hard for these leaders. We're gonna come to the third of the waypoint at the conclusion of this lap, and we'll do an FSS. Crank it up. Back from our crank it up just in time as we're coming back on the scene of an accident. Can't exactly tell what's gone on here. We'll have to get replays for you if we can. Apparently there's been a big problem. Let's see if we can find what's going on. Apparently Hoodlum 2002 running up the track gets into the 84 and the 21 moves up. And the two of them go into the outside wall. So Hoodlum and the 21 of Pox Kozart involved in an accident here. Almost at the halfway mark. Anyway, we're coming back to the green now. All that lead that the 61 had built up is now absolutely gone. We come to the line. Green, green, green. We're racing again at Bristol. 61 already has an absolutely ginormous lead. Even on this first lap of the restart, Chris has got a lot of ground to make up, and he's got D-Rack right behind him, pounding on his quarter panel. Right now, the top three are separated from the rest of the field by a lapper, and a few of the cars going on to the apron. And there's been another accident. You can't tell who that is from the cloud of smoke. That's the 84 involved down at the bottom. Cars taking the apron to avoid it. 84 being driven by Carter Friesen, a rookie. Let's see what happened. Appears he went too high. There was, I think that's a 92 of, I think that's Matthews Gaming, but let me get a double check on that. Yes, it is Matthews Gaming. They get involved. I think that's the 23. I can't tell from that number font from here. But they also... Right, oh, there were two separate accidents at the same time as the 21 gets hooked by the 46. Ben probably goes around. I see. It was two unrelated accidents becoming one. That can happen here at these small tracks. As we're now gonna restart on lap 40. Getting ready to go here at Bristol for a 36 lap run to the finish. 61 leads into the line. We're racing. Great start there for D-Rack. He's gonna get right up on Chris, and there's almost an accident. 3 almost hooks the 00 back in the pack, and there apparently was an accident. 40 car of love to see who that is for you. That's Trop. Comes off the corner, isn't clear of John Felber, and they both go into the inside wall. Felber's second accident of the day. Let's get another replay for you here from Tropical Cycle. Comes down just a little bit. The two get hooked together. They can't get themselves apart. They go into the inside wall. Cars begin taking evasive action. Pace car out there. It's a small track, but it causes a whole lot of chaos. Coming back to the line, Vortex Chaos, just as we say chaos, will lead us back to the line. We only went 5 laps after that restart, including this one. We come to the line through the restart zone. We are green. D-Rack right to the bottom of Chris, and he's gonna make it work. Chris gets way loose in that corner, has to correct. He's gonna lose position, even gonna get passed by a lap car almost. He does get passed by a lap car. That's gonna let the two of, I'll have to get that for you. I believe that's the two of, I was looking at the wrong one. That is Yoshi Racing 2. There. Chris must have some problems there. Maybe a broken suspension piece. Maybe just a very loose car. Now, it's normal to see the car's fishtail a little coming off the corner, but... coming off the corner, going... apexing the corner, but not while they're in it. Chris has lost a lot of positions. There's a car emerging into traffic. Almost a wreck is random J, and the 80 goes into the outside wall. Off the number 3, and Chiro is involved as well as I think that's Orioles. And yet another accident here. Eclipse Motorsports, they've had a bit of a high and low season. 2 of their drivers here involved to some extent. It appears that this 80 car merged when not clear. Or what we saw a couple. I think in the ACS race last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, where MDF merged up, except this time it's NASCAR 201. Here we are with Chiro. Just can't avoid that 3 car. Once again, that's the 3 of Adam Mitchell. A couple rookies involved there. Well, there's a very large rookie population in this series. So we're now on lap 54 of 75. Really, it's now 54 and a half. If you look back in the pack, according to your ticker, 62 was involved in a very small part in that accident. He's now worked his way up into the top 10. Coming back to the line, we're green on lap 55. Vortex Chaos has had a very good control over this lead so far. Let's see if it lasts. Car's getting way squirrely. That backstretch shoots would be pretty hard for them. They were 3 wide coming off of turn 4. Hughes moves gets into the outside wall. He's racing up there with the leaders where he really shouldn't be. He's been a lap down since pretty much lap 2. Really needs to get out of the way of these drivers, let him race it out. He does not seem very keen on doing that. Excuse me there, my headphones almost fell off. There's a 13, that's Cookie, I think that's what it is. He's also wrecked a car. Must have been involved in an earlier wreck. considering the hood is missing from that Marlboro car. There's one car I couldn't tell who that was going down the road. Lots of cars going to the apron. By a lot, I mean that 6 car. That 6 car, for some reason, is turning way too far into the corner. And that's VGO3 in the 6. Big stack up here. And Jazz Felber. Lots of people go around. I'm sorry for my so uninterested voice. I'm very much scrolling through the things at the same time. Lots of cars involved. A lot of repeat wreckers here. Caution will, of course, be out as there are cars dropping fluid. Let's take a look back at this accident. I believe it started pretty much around here. Here we are with Cigar. Coming off this corner, he makes a little contact, and it's just a chain reaction with him getting in the back of Jazz in the 91. Hooks Hoodlum in the 8. Lots of cars going around there. Felber gets a piece of that. He's been in a couple wrecks today. Here we are from Orioles' perspective. Oh yeah, he just doesn't have a whole lot of a place to go. Bristol's a very, very small track, and 179 came right down in front of him. He didn't have enough time or hell, turning radius to get out of the way. But we're coming back. We're already at the green. We have 10 laps to go. 60 immediately gets out of the way. That's Dew Storm. He's got a very, very troubled car. Jazz also in the 91. He's in a wrecked car. No double file restarts here at the short tracks. There's a random. He was our winner at Daytona 3 weeks ago. Excuse me, 2 weeks ago. 2 races ago, rather. Oh, we got another accident. Yeah, again, why am I surprised? Oh man, absolutely clobbered. He's upside down at Bristol. I was I'll have to get the driver of that car. That was a Yoshi Racing 2. Absolutely clobbered by. Can't tell what car that was that hit him. Here's a replay, folks. Goes down to the inside, off the inside wall, comes back up, absolutely clobbered by. That's the 84 of. I'll have to check and see who that is. That's Carter Friesen. Lots of drivers have been involved in wrecks today. He's going low, possibly trying to avoid him, and then ends up absolutely nailing him. Turns him right upside down. Let's hope he's alright. A lot of drivers are going to have to go to the infield care center today. So they come back to the line. It appears we are going to have a 2-lap shootout to the finish. There's a number 4 Walmart Camaro. It's driven by a cool guy. He's another rookie in this field. He's in some trouble. He's going to pull off the track. They come to the line. Green, white checkers probably for us. Who knows? We may just have checkers here. As it looks like it's going to be a 2-car race to the finish. D-Rack coming up right on the back of Vortex Chaos as they're going to come to the white flag. 1 more lap to go at Bristol. D-Rack trying to make up a little bit of ground here, see what he can do. He's only got 1 more set of corners to do anything. But Vortex Chaos pulls away. He comes off turn 4. Vortex Chaos is going to win and the Featherlite Sportsman Series at Bristol. And the absolute wreckfest of a race we had today is